Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into John Adams Drums. Today we're going to do a quick lesson on our basic swing jazz pattern. I have a few younger students and high school students that are getting into the jazz band stuff, so I want to make sure that we've got a basic knowledge of what is going to work for our swing jazz band stuff, and then I'll do some lessons after, but this is going to be real super basics. So first thing we want to think about is our ride cymbal. Our ride cymbal is going to swing the band. That's going to be the most important thing to keep time for a jazz band. So the main thing you want to think about is swing is a feel. It's not a pattern as much as is a feel. So the first thing you want to think about is just quarter notes. Quarter notes and try and get that swing feel to it. So what we can do is add our hi-hat in on 2 and 4, which is going to be, if we think of a pop rock sensibility of beats, your backbeat on your snare drum on 2 and 4. In jazz is going to be your hi-hat on 2 and 4. That's helping to keep the backbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I keep that swing pattern, just quarter notes to start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's step one. The second step is going to be our swing pattern. So there's a couple different ways that you can think about it. Ultimately, this is what it's going to sound like, and then I'll talk about the different ways to count it. And you count it whatever way seems to work best for you. And you might see it notated if you're doing jazz band music 2 different ways. I'll try and put that graphic up in the video so you can see the 2 different ways that it tends to be notated if you're doing big band charts. So here's the pattern. Now the way we can count it is either think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Sometimes you'll see it notated as a quarter note, then a dotted 8th note tied to a 16th note, 2 E and a 3. 1, 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a 1, 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a 1. Other times you'll see it notated as a quarter note, and then if you're thinking of triplets, the 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, it'll be the first and the third, and the middle part of the triplet is a rest. So you can think of that if you're thinking triplets. You can think like 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet, 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet, 1. Ultimately, whatever's going to work for you. I still think ding, ding, da ding, ding, da ding, because that's what the ride cymbal sounds like. A lot of things in drums, especially rudiments, are written out paradiddle, paradiddle, paradiddle. You kind of play it and say it. Ding, ding, da ding, ding, da ding. So all we're doing is adding in our hi-hat on 2 and on 4. And I'll count it maybe 2 different ways while I'm playing it, but whatever way you're hearing it, counting it in your head is the way to go. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet, 1, 2 triplet, 3, 4 triplet, 1. The next step that I like to do with students is to add a rim click on 2 and 4. In jazz, sometimes it's referred to chopping wood, especially if it's a more upbeat tempo. Just giving you that nice, again, that backbeat where people can lock into and feel 2 and 4. So we're going to take it slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's your next step. So I guess that would be step 3. Step 4 is putting 4 bass drums underneath your ride cymbal. So this is the only thing I don't want you to do unless your instructor asks you to play the bass drum louder, is you don't want to slam that bass drum. You want to do what they call feathering it. So you're hitting the bass drum. You can even do it lighter. It all depends on how much you need to play on the bass drum. You just don't want to normally slam it, because the idea is if you've got a walking bass line to do, whatever that bass line is, you don't want to cover it up with your boom, boom. You don't want to be wailing away on your bass drum because you're covering it up. The idea is you're pushing a little bit of air out of that bass drum, and you're helping to support that bass line by giving it air. It's going to actually make that bass line push and float rather than drowning it out with your bass drum. So right now, we're just going to keep it slow. So I'm going to get all of this stuff going, my cymbal, my snare drum, and my hi-hat. Then I'm going to add in the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, kick drum. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I switch to quarter notes, two, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's just going to give you, again, if you're playing all quarter notes, you still can keep the band swinging. So if you get confused, especially at the beginning with your ding, ding to dings, just play quarter notes, but try and make that feel swing. As long as you're keeping solid time, you're not speeding up, you're not slowing down, and you've got a nice feel to it, quarter notes can sound great. There's a lot of great drummers that will just play quarter notes through a song, and it still swings. It's a vibe, it's a feel. That's the whole idea. So I'll put everything together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. A little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. A little bit faster. So those are just some ideas to get your basic swing pattern going. I hope that helped you out. That would be my suggestions for getting your swing pattern going if you're a beginner, you're just trying to play jazz. Then there's 1,000,001 different lessons to add your left hand stuff in, your comping with your left hand, your bass drum patterns, hi-hat patterns, swing patterns, everything else. But hopefully this helps you get your basics down. And if you got any questions, comments, put them down below. My email, which I'll put in, which I think is on the YouTube page. I have to actually look at my YouTube page and see if you can hit contact or email address. It's rumsnasteeljon@yahoo.com. And I will also, at the bottom, put my TikTok and Instagram if you want to check out other stuff that I'm doing. It's at John Adams Drums. And if you can like, share, and subscribe on this, it helps build the channel. It helps get more people to see these lessons, and that's what I want, is as many people as I can help online for free is great. If you like what I'm doing and you want to hook up for a Zoom lesson or an in-person lesson, I'm in Western Massachusetts. We can also make that happen. Send me an email. and I will get back to you ASAP. All right. Have a great afternoon, everybody, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks.